Happy Halloween, everybody. We finally made it to my #1 all-time favorite scary movie. Wow. I just want to say thank you to all the fans out there who actually sat down and watched these videos. I do appreciate it. So what is John Franklin's all-time favorite #1 film? It is Bride of Chucky. Yes, it's a sequel, and it's the 4th installment franchise. For people who have not seen this film, Bride of Chucky is Chucky trying to get into a new body once again. This one you added a bride, and you actually added a lot more humor, a lot more action, a lot more suspense. The whole story, we get these two characters named Jesse and Jade who are boyfriend and girlfriend who have to take these dolls to Hackensack, New Jersey, where Chucky's body is lied, so he can try to get back into Hackensack, New Jersey to get an ambulance to use to actually get into Jesse's body while Tiffany goes into Jade's body. Well, a lot of fucked up things happen in this film, just like a horror movie should. The blame game kind of goes between the two main characters, Jesse and Jade. Jade has an uncle played by the late great John Ritter, who was such a great actor, and he actually did probably, minusing the dolls, he actually was probably one of the best people you really liked. So why is this my all-time favorite film out of everything out there? Why was it actually a sequel? Well, a lot of things on my list is sequels. There are some originals on here, but for me, I actually grew up, and I really grew up more enjoying the sequels over the original. And like I actually mentioned earlier, you know, this actually still has some scares in it. It has some good dialogue, surprisingly, but Don Mancini, who's the writer and creator of Chucky, he always does a great job with his character. And so far, I feel like that this guy has not run out of gas yet for Chucky. Some people may disagree with this one, maybe not even just disagree with the list, but disagree thinking, why is this the #1? But Don Mancini still knows how to write these scripts. I really am actually happy with what he does on these stories, at least up until this point. There's only one problem I really have with this film. For people who don't like scary movies, there's probably tons of problems you have with this film. Every time this scene comes up in the film, I just want to cringe, but it's like I bite my tongue and just bull right through it. And that is the Chucky Tiffany undressing, having sex scene. It's not a long scene, but it feels like it goes on a long time. I don't want to see two dolls having sex, or even the shadows of them having sex. I don't think I mentioned who was the voice of Tiffany, which was Jennifer Tilly. She does the voice of the bride. She does the voice of Tiffany. I gotta say, I think this is the perfect role for her, was these Chucky movies. Now, she was in this one, and she was in Seed of Chucky. And she was definitely fun to watch. And just like watching Brad Dourif do the voice of Chucky, he always makes that fun. And the last 20 minutes, the ending of this film, I thought was just genius. Thank you guys so much for watching John Franklin's 31 all-time favorite films. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Please subscribe, please comment, please like. And as always, have an awesome time.